What's good, y'all? Ruds here. We're gonna do a quick lathering tutorial video specifically with the upcoming jojoba shaving cream by West Coast Shaving, which is produced by Katie's Bubbles. Most of you will know it as their luxury cream soap base. It hasn't been widely circulated because it's been reserved for exclusive limited edition products. So wanted to give you some tips and tricks on how to lather this particular shaving cream to produce a nice voluminous lather that'll protect you throughout your shave. So for this particular video, I'll be using a Badger brush, which I have soaking here in some warm water. This method will apply to any type of brush fiber you're using though, so don't get hung up on the fact that I'm using a Badger brush. I am going to wring the brush out right now, make it pretty dry, maybe a little bit of residual water in the tips. Same would apply for a synthetic if you do wet your synthetics prior to loading your brush, which I do recommend. You can see here the soap is very soft. So what I recommend doing is just pushing the tips in a little, swirling it around, so that you're building a load within the brush fibers. And with a cream, you probably don't have to do the common 30-second load. I'd say about 15 seconds should be plenty. And as you can see, it's already sticking to the tips of the brush here. I'm going to wet the face and I'll show you what I do. Face is wet, just splash some water on it. So I'm going to go right into kind of painting on this semi-dry cream right onto my face. There is some residual water in this Badger knot, but you can see, I believe, that it's still rather dry. But you want to get this base, this kind of pasty dry base down first. And then what you're going to do is gently dip the tips of your brush into the water, just the very tips of it. You don't want to introduce too much water too quickly. So I'm going to just a little dip in the water, and I'm going to work that water right into this pasty lather. And you can see that little bit of water is already going a long way to producing a more creamy-like consistency. Gonna dip again for this side. Really just watch your hydration and add slowly. It's sort of like that baking term. You can always add more water, but you can't take it away once you've added it. And as you can see, this is quickly producing the volume I want. I usually start focusing with the volume first, and once I have the volume where I want it, I will work on the hydration. This is still a bit dry looking and feeling, but it has the volume I want. So tips again, work that water in. Change your stroke, you know, swirl, paint. And I find that I don't need to use quadrants, but I do find halves. So I'm working this half of my face with hydration. Now I'm going to dip the tips again and work this half of my face with some more hydration. And again, changing my strokes to from swirling to painting. What you're trying to do is agitate the soap and water into a lather. And then, so now that it's really pretty darn close to shaveable lather, so what I like to do to finish it off is one more dip of the brush, and then I like to just paint that moisture right over the top. Just paint it right over the top of the lather to really give it that last touch of hydration and slickness. So that's what a good jojoba shaving cream lather should look like. Extremely dense, very slick to the touch. I'm not sure if the sheen's coming through on camera. You'll see that there's plenty in the brush for multiple passes, and you'll be on your way to a wonderful shave. As always, thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it. Comment below if you have anything to say. If you're not already a subscriber, please become one. See ya.